Welcome to examheist. Here you will find everything you need to crack your Microsoft certification exams. Our actual exam study material and expert guidance will help you achieve your goal. If you want to get the PDF of these 40 important questions, then comment down, share PDF below. You can find the complete PDF of this exam on our website examheist.com. Visit now and start your cloud journey today. Subscribe and stay tuned. Thank you.
This video contains the 40 most important questions of AI 900 exam. Note, you should always learn from a certified trainer only. You have find our other certification exam dump along with the full PDF of this video on our website examheist.com. You must practice these questions to crack your AI 900 exam. To the questions. Question 1. A company employs a team of customer service agents to provide telephone and email support to customers. The company develops a web chat bot to provide automated answers to common customer queries. Which business benefit should the company expect as a result of creating the web chat bot solution? And the correct answer is B, a reduced workload for the customer service agents. Correct answer is B, a reduced workload for the customer service agents. Question 2. For a machine learning progress, how should you split data for training and evaluation? And the correct answer is B, randomly split the data into rows for training and rows for evaluation. You split rows, not columns. The split data module is particularly useful when you need to separate data into training and testing sets. Use the split rows option if you want to divide the data into two parts. You can specify the percentage of data to put in each split, but by default, the data is divided 50 to 50. You can also randomize the selection of rows in each group and use stratified sampling. Question 3. You build a machine learning model by using the automated machine learning user interface. You need to ensure that the model meets the Microsoft transparency principle for responsible AI. What should you do? And the correct answer is B. Enable explain best model. Model explainability. Most businesses run on trust, and being able to open the ML black box helps build transparency and trust in heavily regulated industries like healthcare and banking. It is critical to comply with regulations and best practices. One key aspect of this is understanding the relationship between input variables and model output. Knowing both the magnitude and direction of the impact each feature has on the predicted value helps better understand and explain the model. With model explainability, we enable you to understand feature importance as part of automated ML runs. Question 4. You are designing an AI system that empowers everyone, including people who have hearing, visual, and other impairments. This is an example of which Microsoft guiding principle for responsible AI. And the correct answer is B, inclusiveness. Inclusiveness at Microsoft. We firmly believe everyone should benefit from intelligent technology, meaning it must incorporate and address a broad range of human needs and experiences. For the 1 billion people with disabilities around the world, AI technologies can be a game changer. Question 5. What are three Microsoft guiding principles for responsible AI? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. And our correct answers are C. Inclusiveness, D. Fairness, and F. Reliability and safety. These six guiding principles are fairness, inclusiveness, transparency, privacy and security, reliability and safety, accountability. Question 6. You can a charity event that involves posting photos of people wearing sunglasses on Twitter. You need to ensure that you only retweet photos that meet the following requirements. Include one or more faces, contain at least one person wearing sunglasses. What should you use to analyze the images? And the correct answer is B, the detect operation in the face service. Face detect can be requested to detect also glasses attribute. Question 7. When you design an AI system to assess whether loans should be approved, the factor used to make the decision should be explainable. This is an example of which Microsoft guiding principle for responsible AI. And the correct answer is A, transparency. Achieving transparency helps the team to understand the data and algorithm used to train the model, what transformation logic was applied to the data, the final model generated and its associated assets. The information offers insights about how the model was created, which allows it to be reproduced in a transparent way. Question 8. Hotspot. For each of the following statements, select yes if this statement is true, otherwise, select no. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Hot area. Our statements are forecasting housing prices based on historical data is an example of anomaly detection. And the correct answer is no. To the another one, identifying suspicious signs by looking for deviations from usual patterns is an example of anomaly detection. And the correct answer is yes. To the another one, predicting whether a patient will develop diabetes based on the patient's medical history is an example of anomaly detection. And the correct answer is no. Anomaly detection encompasses many important tasks in machine learning. Identify transactions that are potentially fraudulent, learning patterns that indicate that a network intrusion has occurred, finding abnormal clusters of patients. Question 9. Hotspot. To complete the sentence, select the appropriate option in the answer area. Answer area. The handling of unusual or missing values provided to an AI system is a consideration for the Microsoft. dash principle for responsible AI? And the correct answer is reliability and safety. Reliability and safety. AI systems needs to be reliable and safe in order to be trusted. It is important for an system to perform as it was originally designed and for it to respond safely to new situations. Its inherent resilience should resist instead or unintended manipulation. Rigorous testing and validation should be established for operating conditions to ensure that the system responds safely to edge cases, and A/B testing the champion challenger methods should be integrated into the evaluation process. An AI system's perform can degrade over time, so a robust monitoring and model tracking process needs to be established to reactively and proactively measure the model's performance and retain it as necessary to modernize it. Question 10. Drag drop. Match the types of AI workloads to the appropriate scenarios. To answer, drag the appropriate workload type from the column on the left to its scenario on the right. Each workload type may be used once, more than once, or not at all. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Select and place. Our workload types: anomaly detection, computer vision, conversational AI, knowledge mining, natural language processing. Our answer area is an automated chat to answer questions about refunds and exchange. And the correct answer is conversational AI. To the another one, determining whether a photo contains a person. And the correct answer is computer vision. To the another one, determining whether a review is positive or negative. And the correct answer is natural language processing. Box 3, natural language processing. Natural language processing is used for tasks such as sentiment analysis, topic detection, language detection, key phrase extraction, and document categorization. What is natural language processing? Natural language processing is the area of AI that deals with creating software that understands written and spoken language. NLP enables you to create software that can analyze test documents to extract key phrases and recognize entities, that is, text analytics service. Perform sentiment analysis to determine how positive or negative the language used in a document is, that is, text analytics service. Interpret spoken language and synthesize speech responses is that speech service. Automatically translate spoken or written phrase between languages is that text service, speech service. Question 11. Which three sources can be used to generate questions and answer for a knowledge base? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Our correct answers are a web page, C, an existing FAQ document, and E, manually entered data. A web page or an existing document, such as a text file containing questions and answer pairs, can be used to generate a knowledge base. You can also manually enter the knowledge base question and answer pairs. You cannot directly use an image or an audio file to import a knowledge base. Question 12. Drag drop. Match the types of AI workloads to the appropriate scenarios. To answer, drag the appropriate workload type from the column on the left to its scenario on the right. Each workload type may be used once, more than once, or not at all. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Select and place. To our workload types: anomaly detection, computer vision, machine learning, natural language processing. To our answer area: identify handwriting letters. And the correct answer is computer vision. To the another one: predict the sentiment of a social media post. And the correct answer is natural language processing. To the another one: identify a fraudulent credit card payment. And the correct answer is anomaly detection. To the another one: predict next month's toy sales. And the correct answer is machine learning. Keywords: computer vision is equal to identify, NLP is equal to sentiment, anomaly detection is equal to fraud, machine learning is equal to predict. Question 13, hotspot. To complete this sentence, select the appropriate option in the answer area, hot area. To our answer area, returning a bounding box that indicates the location of a vehicle in an image is an example of dash. And the correct answer is object detection. Object detection is correct. Semantic segmentation can seem tempting at first, but that is more about classifying individual pixels based on their objects. Question 14. You are building an AI system. Which task should you include to ensure that the service meets the Microsoft Transparency Principle for Responsible AI? And the correct answer is C. Provide documentation to help developers debug code. Question 15. Drag drop. Match the principles of responsible AI to appropriate requirements. To answer, drag the appropriate principles from the column on the left to its requirement on the right. Each principle may be used once, more than once, not at all. You may need to drag the split bar between panes or scroll the view content. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Select and place. To our principles: fairness, privacy and security, reliability and safety, transparency. To our answer area, this system must not discriminate based on gender, race. And the correct answer is fairness. To the another one, personal data must be visible only to approve. The correct answer is privacy and security. To the another one, automated decision making processes must be recorded so that approved users can identify why a decision was made. And the correct answer is transparency. Question 16, hotspot. To complete this sentence, select the appropriate option in the answer area, hot area. To the answer area, dash is used to generate additional features. And the correct answer is feature engineering. You can configure cognitive services resources to allow access only from specific subnets. The allowed subnets may belong to a VNet in the same subscription or in a different subscription, including subscriptions belonging to a different Azure Active Directory tenant. Question 17. Drag drop. You plan to deploy an Azure machine learning model as a service that will be used by client applications. Which three processes should you perform in sequence before you deploy the model? To answer, move the appropriate processes from the list of processes to the answer area and arrange them in the correct order. Select and place. To the processes: data encryption, model retraining, model training, data preparation, model evaluation. To the answer area: data encryption, data preparation, model retraining, model training, model evaluation. Question 18. You are building an AI based app. You need to ensure that the app uses the principles for responsible AI. Which two principles should you follow? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. And the correct answers are B. Implement a process of AI model validation as part of the software review process. And C. Establish a risk governance committee that includes members of the legal team, members of the risk management team, and a privacy officer. B. Ensures reliability and safety principle, and C. Ensures privacy and security principle of AI. Question 19. Hotspot. Select the answer that correctly completes the sentence. Hot area. To the answer area, according to Microsoft's dash principle of responsible AI systems should not reflect biases from the datasets that are used to train these systems. And the correct answer is fairness. Fairness is a core ethical principle that all humans aim to understand and apply. This principle is even more important when AI systems are being developed. Key checks and balances need to make sure that the system's decisions don't discriminate or run a gender, race, sexual orientation, or religion bias towards a group or individual. Question 20. Drag drop. Match the types of AI workloads to the appropriate sceneries. To answer, drag the appropriate workload type from the column on the left to its scenario on the right. Each workload type may be used once, more than once, or not at all. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Select and place. To the workload types: anomaly detection, computer vision, knowledge mining, natural language processing. To the answer area: an automated chatbot to answer questions about refunds and exchanges. And the correct answer is knowledge mining. To the another one: determining whether a photo contains a person. And the correct answer is computer vision. To another one: determining whether a review is positive or negative. And the correct answer is natural language processing. Box 1. Knowledge mining. You can use Azure Cognitive Search knowledge mining results and populate your knowledge base of your chatbot. Box 2. Computer vision. Box 3. Natural language processing. Natural language processing is used for tasks such as sentiment analysis. Question 21. You have the predictive versus true chart shown in the following exhibit. Which type of model is the chart used to evaluate? And the correct answer is B, regression. What is predicted versus true chart? Predicted versus true shows the relationship between a predicted value and its correlating true value for a regression problem. This graph can be used to measure performance of a model as the closer to the y is equal to x line the predicted value are, the better the accuracy of a predictive model. Question 22. Which type of machine learning should you use to predict the number of gift cards that will be sold next month? And the correct answer is B, regression. In the most basic sense, regression refers to prediction of a numeric target. Linear regression attempts to establish a linear relationship between one or more independent variables and a numeric outcome or dependent variable. You use this module to define a linear regression method and then train a model using a labeled dataset. The trained model can then be used to make predictions. Question 23. You have a dataset that contains information about taxi journeys that occur during a given period. You need to train a model to predict the fare of a taxi journey. What should you use as a feature? And the correct answer is B, the trip distance of individual taxi journeys. The label is the column you want to predict. The identified features are the inputs you give the model to predict the label. Example, the provided dataset contains the following columns. Vendor ID, the ID of the taxi, vendor is a feature. Rate, code, the rate type of the taxi, trip is a feature. Passenger count, the number of passengers on the trip is a feature. Trip time in seconds, the amount of time the trip took. You want to predict the fare of the trip before the trip is completed. At that moment, you don't know how long the trip would take, thus, the trip time is not a feature and you will exclude this column from the model. Trip distance, the distance of the trip is a feature. Payment type, the payment method is a feature. Cash or credit card. Fare amount, the total taxi fare paid is the label. Question 24. At which layer can you apply content filters to suppress prompts at responses for a responsible generative AI solution? And the correct answer is C, safety system. The safety system layer includes platform level configurations and capabilities that help mitigate harm. For example, the Azure OpenAI service includes support for content filters that apply criteria to suppress prompts and responses based on the classification of content into four severity levels: safe, low, medium, and high. For four categories of potential harm: hate, sexual violence, and self harm. Question 25. Hotspot. To complete the sentence, select the appropriate option in the answer area. Hot area. To the answer area, a banking system that predicts whether a loan will be rapid is an example of the dash type of machine learning. And the correct answer is classification. Two class classification provides the answer to simple two choice answer such as yes, no, or true, false. Classification as the prediction whether the loan will be wrapped or not, whether means class, categorical answer as yes or no, hence classification. Question 26. Which service should you use to extract text, key value, pairs, and table data automatically from scanned documents? And the correct answer is A. Form recognizer. Accelerate your business processes by automating information extraction from recognizer applies advanced machine learning to accurately extract text, key value pairs, and tables from documents with just a few samples from Form recognizer tailors its understanding to your documents both on premises and in the cloud, turn forms into usable data at a fraction of time and cost, so you can focus more time acting on the information rather than compiling it. Question 27, hotspot. To complete the sentence, select the appropriate option in the answer area. What area? To the answer area, the ability to extract subtotals and totals from a receipt is a capability of the dash service. And the correct answer is form recognizer. Accelerate your business process by automating information extraction. Form recognizer applies advanced machine learning to accurately extract text, key, value pairs, and tables from document with just a few samples. Form recognizer tailors its understanding to your documents both on premises and in the cloud. Turn forms into usable data at a fraction at the time and cost, so you can focus more time acting on the information rather than compiling it. Question 28. You use Azure Machine Learning Designer to publish an inference pipeline. Which two parameters should you use to access the web service? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. And the correct answers are C, the authentication key, and D, the REST endpoint. You can consume a published pipeline in the published pipelines page. Select an published pipeline and find the REST endpoint of it. To consume the pipeline, you need the REST endpoint for your service, the primary key for your service. Question 29, hotspot. You have the following dataset. You plan to use the dataset to train a model that will predict the house price categories of houses, but are household income and house price category. To answer, select the appropriate option in the answer area. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Hot area. To the answer area, household income dash, and the answer is a feature. To the another one, house price category dash, and the correct answer is a label. Question 30, hotspot. To complete the sentence, select the appropriate option in the answer area. Hot area. To the answer area, Azure Machine Learning Designer lets you create machine learning models by dash. And the correct answer is adding and connecting modules on a visual canvas. Question 31. A medical research project uses a large anonymized dataset of brain scan images that are categorized into predefined brain hemorrhage types. You need to use machine learning to support early detection of the different brain hemorrhage types in the image before the images are reviewed by a person. This is an example of which type of machine learning. And the correct answer is C, classification. This is classification. There are multiple reasons it's classification. The training data is already tagged as with the correct type of hemorrhage. Classification can be done for more than two classes, which people seek to not realize based on the comments. You do clustering on a group of inputs. For example, the scans of 10 people. You can't cluster a single input. Clearly, you get a new scan of a new patient and you want to know what this scan shows. You don't have a group of scans to cluster. Clustering gives no labels, you just get groups and don't know what the label is. But in this question, it is very clear they want to know the label that belongs to the new scan classification. Question 32. When training a model, why should you randomly split the rows into separate subsets? And the correct answer is C. To test the model by using data that was not used to train the model. First for training, then evaluation. It is referring to the famous train test split that everyone uses to split the dataset into train and test sets. You lose statistical power by estimating on a subset and like 50% of original n. That's the price you pay for splitting data. For example, a normally independently distributed n dot I dot d has an estimator of arithmetic mean x whose variance inversely related to n. Bigger sample is better for accuracy of a simple arithmetic mean. Question 33. You are evaluating whether to use a basic workspace or an enterprise workspace in Azure machine learning. What are two tasks that require an enterprise workspace? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. And the correct answers are A. Use a graphical user interface to run automated machine learning experiments. And C. Use a graphical user interface to define and run machine learning experiments from Azure Machine Learning Designer. Note, enterprise workspaces are no longer available as of September 2020. The basic workspace now has all the functionality of the enterprise workspace. Question 34. You need to predict the income range of a given customer by using the following dataset. Which two fields should you use as features? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. And the correct answers are A. Education level, C. Age. First name, last name, age and education level are features. Income range is a label, what you want to predict. First name and last name are irrelevant in that they have no bearing on income. Age and education level are the features you should use. Question 35. Hotspot. To complete the sentence, select the appropriate option in the answer area. Hot area. To the answer area, data values that influence the prediction of a model are called dash. And the correct answer is features. Question 36. You are building a tool that will process images from retail stores and identify the products of competitors. The solution will use a custom model. Which is your cognitive service should you use? And the correct answer is A. Custom vision. Azure Custom Vision is an image recognition service that lets you build, deploy, and improve your own image identifier models. An image identifier applies label to images according to their detected visual characteristics. Unlike the computer vision service, custom vision allows you to specify your own labels and train custom models to detect them. Question 37. As per the NIST AI Risk Management Framework, what is the first stage to consider when developing a responsible generative AI solution? And the correct answer is A. Identify potential harms. Identify potential harms is the first stage when planning a responsible generative AI solution. Question 38. Which type of machine learning should you use to identify groups of people who have similar purchasing habits? And the correct answer is C. Clustering. Clustering is a machine learning task that is used to group instances of data into clusters that contain similar characteristics. Clustering can also be used to identify relationships in a dataset. Question 39. Which metric can you use to evaluate a classification model? And the correct answer is A. True positive rate. What does a good model look like? An ROC curve that approaches the top left corner with 100% true positive rate and 0% false positive rate will be the best model. A random model would display as a flat line from the bottom left to the top right corner. Worse, that random would dip below the y is equal to x line. Question 40. Which two components can you drag into a canvas in Azure Machine Learning Designer? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. And the correct answers are A. Dataset and D. Module. You can drag and drop datasets and models into the canvas. Azure Machine Learning Designer lets you visually connect datasets and models on an interactive canvas to create machine learning models. This is the end of this video. You can find the complete PDF of this video on our website examheist.com. To get our custom cheat sheet to help you with your preparation, please make sure to check the link down in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.